Hey guys, so if you watched yesterday's video, I mentioned that I was going to like a little fresh butcher shop family store today with my mom. So I figured I would just show you guys what I got. My mom is like very picky about meats. She's not a fan of like the prepackaged stuff. She definitely likes from a fresh butcher shop. And she even said I could use her freezer, but I didn't end up taking advantage of that. I definitely didn't think this out. But that's all right. I can always go by there and go straight into her basement and drop stuff off in the freezer if I don't fit anything here. We will see. But I actually wasn't going to get anything. I was going to give myself like a very, very, very tiny budget because I have been grocery shopping. I have meats, if you guys saw my Walmart haul. But like she was running low, and then she keeps hearing about meat shortages, so it was freaking her out. So then she even offered to buy me some stuff. She was like, I'll get it for you, don't worry. So that was very kind of her, and I'm very lucky to have her. But she knows how much my boyfriend absolutely loves hamburgers. I'm not a big hamburger person. In fact, I've been craving like a hot dog off the grill. But anyway, so this is such a quick, easy thing. The days I don't feel like cooking, or I have leftovers for me, or I want to make, like, I like a lot of like Alfredo based things, and he hates Alfredo. So sometimes if I make something Alfredo, he won't eat it. So I have to know he has something else available to him. So this is perfect because this is something he can cook himself. He doesn't cook a lot, but he can cook himself a quick little burger. So my mom got me 6 hamburger patties. They're like nice and thick, and you can tell they're like super fresh. That's honestly kind of bloody. Sorry guys, but you know that's some fresh quality meat there. And then she got me 2 pounds of ground beef. I do make a lot of meals. I feel like ground beef is like very spreadable. I don't know, that's a weird word. It's just like, I feel like it goes a long way. Like 1 pound of ground beef can make a whole meal with leftovers. Whereas like chicken, I love chicken. Don't get me wrong. Chicken's my favorite. If I had to pick a meat, it's not even technically a meat, it's a poultry, but you know what I mean? But I feel like it doesn't spread as much as like ground beef does. So anyway, she got me 2 pounds of some nice fresh ground beef to make some meals. So I'm going to put that big roll I bought at Walmart in the freezer. I'll use that up first, and then I'll touch the roll. And then she just got me a few Portuguese staples. It is a Portuguese grocery store. So she just got me a link of chorizo. I have a soup I've been wanting to make, but I needed the blender for it. I mentioned it if you guys watched my Ninja unboxing. It involves pureeing beans. So now that I have the blender and I can make it, I got myself a link of chorizo. That's what gives it all the flavor. She got me, so kind of her, a thing of Portuguese cheese. This comes all the way from, well, there's 2 islands that do their most popular cheese. There's St. Michael's cheese and then St. George cheese. St. Michael's is creamier and butterier. St. George has more of a kick. I actually love both. I am not picky about cheese. I absolutely love cheese, but Portuguese cheese is my absolutely favorite cheese. If you guys have never tried this and there is some in your area, you have to get it. I know it's not easy to get. I just live in an area where it tends to be little Portugal. I've heard from other places, like I know, I don't know exactly what she paid for this, but the store I used to work at, it goes for $7.99 a pound. So it's not cheap, but you got to remember it is coming from there. But we used to get people from all over that used to go to that store. I would see people that come from Canada, people that would come from New Hampshire, New Jersey, Connecticut, Portugal themselves, like, and they would come down. We have like a big feast every summer that they come down for, or they just come down to see family. Because we do, like, I go to Portugal to see my grandmother. My dad's mom still lives up there, and he has plenty of siblings that live in Canada. So that's where a lot of my family, especially my dad's side, is from. So of course you just visit family. But anyway, I remember seeing a woman once that came into my old job, and she thought it was a steal for $7.99 a pound because she said she lived in Massachusetts, but it was like farther north. I don't even know because I'm more towards the water. Whatever. Geography is not my thing. But she lived like a farther away portion of Massachusetts. Like the drive to come to my old job was like 2 hours for her. But she had family here, and she would always take advantage and stop at our market and get tons of Portuguese stuff before she would go up. And just like the area I live in, they're well known for not just Portuguese food. Like that's what's so well known about this area is like literally the food, because we're also known for Lebanese meat pies. We're known for our Chinese food. We have our own like noodle factory in here. It's like a very interesting city, that's for sure. But anyway, she said that the little Portuguese market near her, it was like an international market. They had like different things from different nationalities, not just Portugal. But she said it was $14.99 a pound. There was double what my store charged her. So, and my store does do a price if you buy a bigger portion of the wheel. So this is a wheel of cheese. So you can see like the rind is on the outside, and it's just a very big wheel, and they just kind of just cut it into portions like this. So my mom said, savor this, make it last you a while, because it's not something I buy myself. So I really appreciate that she got that. Literally, I just have some Portuguese bread with some Portuguese butter and a little hunk of cheese. And anyway, yes, so that'll be my breakfast for the next few days probably. I get plenty of bread. My dad works in the bakery, so I have to throw that in the fridge so it stays nice and fresh. Most people leave it out because when you put it in the fridge, it does get harder, and people really like a soft cheese. And cheese isn't bad out for the most part, as long as you're not leaving it out for long periods of time, because then it will mold, obviously. So I will be honest with you, Portuguese people are savvy. They just peel off that mold and they just keep eating. If you think about it, blue cheese is mold. But because it's not something I eat every day, I will put it in the fridge. My mom usually does leave hers out because it is something her and my dad snack out almost every day. And then another Portuguese staple is, it's going to look kind of gross, is some liquid, hence why they put it in its own little bag. It is a fresh cow cheese. So they make this in, it's called queijo de vaca fresco, which is literally what I just said. Queijo is cheese, vaca is cow, and fresco is fresh. So it's literally fresh cow cheese. They do this in goat milk as well. It is harder to get. It's like a seasonal thing because it has to be when the goats aren't mating. It's like this whole thing. But I treated myself to this. This is like a spreadable cheese. It is like so crazy soft and spongy. So it doesn't have like too much flavor. It's more for the creamy deliciousness. So a lot of people put salt, pepper, and red pepper flakes, or Portuguese people have their own like crushed pepper, pimenta midua, which is literally crushed pepper that they put on top to give it some kick. I'm not a big fan of like the spice, but I will add some salt and pepper and spread this on toast in the morning. It is so good. It is like a super fresh thing. This will not last you for more than a week. I won't even wait the week. Once I get this, I try to eat it within 3 or 4 days. Honestly, I just use like a little triangle for each pop suck, so it doesn't last like super long. It is small, and it is on the pricey side. I want to say this thing was like $4 because it literally takes like a half a gallon of milk to make this little thing. Crazy. I have family members that make this fresh at home because it is like so good, and it's obviously cheaper if you do it yourself. But either way, it is an expensive product because it is all milk-based, and milk is not cheap. I mean, it's not the most expensive thing, but you guys know. You go to the grocery store. When you got lots of kids to feed, you got to make things spread. And that's what I have been doing, thankfully. I'm just blessed. I'm glad I finally got my unemployment, and I'm glad that I have so much family that helps me. I have my mom and even my boyfriend's mom. Very giving people. She just came the other day and dropped off a rotisserie chicken for us because she went to Stop and Shop and was near our house. So there's and she's given tons more. When we first moved in, she did a whole little market and brought it here, and even like things around the house, not just food. So I appreciate any help I get whatsoever. I hope you guys are all safe, and if anyone wants to talk, just leave something in the comments, okay? Bye, guys.